Hello there guys, and welcome to another detailed video walkthrough of today's new arrival, a VW Polo GTI. Now this isn't any GTI, it's a GTI Plus. It's 2019, it's got very low owners and it's got very low miles. But the main thing about this is it's got a hell of a lot of character and charisma. Let's have a look. So down here you've got your headlights, with obviously you've got your GTI red livery, you've got your honeycomb bits and they are LED DRLs, and you've got your LED main light itself. You've got the infamous honeycomb black with red striping GTI embossed grille, and that is continued down here with the black honeycomb. You've got front fog lights, you've got front parking sensors, and you've also got your towing cap just here. Moving round, you've got your 17-inch alloys just down here, and you've got a red GTI caliper underneath. On the front, you've got your front splitter. Down here, you've got your black side skirts, you've got your GTI branding just on the side, and you've got your pure white mirror caps with built-in indicators just here as well. You've also got black window surround, rubber, not de-chromed. You've got gloss black pillars, and you've got tinted rear windows just here. Push button fuel filler cap, and then in here you've got your LED rear lights. Moving around, you've also got your rear towing hook here, you've got your twin exhaust just down there, and you've got your black honeycomb grille just underneath. Nice diffuser. Rear parking sensors, GTI livery, and a nice easy boot that you lift up, old school, and enough space for your normal grocery shopping, and probably a push chair at a push. Moving in, you've got a nice steely, and down here you have got your code if you wanted to spec check for yourself and see what is on the car. As you can see on it, nice straight body lines, no previous paintwork, no signs of damage, no dinks, no dents, nothing of that nature. But the coolest thing about the GTI, as always, boom, is that interior. Jaccara tartan, which is infamous and synonymous with the GTI brand. You've got this really nice GTI livery with a honeycomb mesh background, and then the showpiece is that velvet red interior with a DSG gearbox, auto stop start, parking assist. You've got your drive select mode, 12 volt charger, a little bit of storage under the armrest, and then you've got a really nice exquisite built-in large composition media and air conditioning. So we'll go around to the driver's side now. You've got electric windows on this all the way around. You've got child lock, you've got Isofix on the rear seat. Pretty much a baby Golf that delivers. So moving around, boom. How about that for a cockpit? So this one doesn't have navigation built in, but if you've got Google Maps, you can use that. Here you've got your automatic lights, deadlocking for the doors, you've got heated mirrors that are electrically adjustable, all the electric windows, and the deadlock for the windows themselves. Nice sporty bolstered seats, and just there around the DSG, park assist, auto stop start, traction control off, drive select, and of course you've got start stop. There's your DSG lever. The red and black stitching and colourway is obviously the signature for the GTI. It looks fantastic in this. Moving down here, you've got two USB ports, and then up here, of course, you've got your media system, and you've got here just your instrument cluster right there. So what we'll do, I'll turn the car on now and I'll give you a little look at the media system, and then it's up to you to give us a call. So the dash, digital dash, really nice high contrast with the red GTI livery. I mean, I like Polos in general, but this thing just oozes cool and charm. It's basically a Golf GTI for a fraction of the price. But we'll go through. So on the menu button here, if you click these, you can see that you can scroll across your options: assist, audio, telephone, vehicle status, which will tell you if there's any issues, i.e. the fuel is low, your doors are open, just like that. And then you can keep scrolling across. Lap timer, I suppose if you take it down the Nürburgring. Driving data, so let's scroll down. On this you've got further menus, oil temperature, trip, consumption, overview, range, convenience, consumers, and we'll keep it on speed. And that is basically everything that is on there. Now the media system itself here, you will notice it doesn't have sat-nav as I've mentioned, but that is just for the fact that they can't give you everything for such a good price. I'm sure you could get it upgraded or stuck on, but you would have to speak to your VW dealer. DAB, FM and AM radio, but you'll only ever need DAB. Media, here you've got your sources, Bluetooth, CD, SD card or USB. To be honest guys, if you've got a mobile phone, which if you haven't, you probably don't know who the hell you are or what the hell you're doing. This really is quite basic. For me, put Spotify on, put Apple CarPlay on and just stream it. So here you can also do your selection through there. Mobile phone, Jay's a smart guy, he doesn't live under a rock and he doesn't wear a toga. So he had an iPhone and he connected it to this very simply. Click on settings, click on Bluetooth, click on paired devices or find devices, and that will bring up who and what phone are available for you to connect. But we're not going to show you too much because we don't want you to know mine. That is just your note there for the voice activation that will tell you that you need to contact your dealer for an activation key. App Connect, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay or MirrorLink, very easy to use. Just plug in your USB or auxiliary cable and it will go from there. Sound, this is where you obviously set all your bass, treble and stuff like that to make it bad boy or make it rather regal like you're at the opera. Car, this will obviously give you all the options for different settings within the car. ESC, tyres, light, convenience, parking, wipers, instrument cluster, all of those. And then if you get stuck, hit the home button and that will bring everything up. And here you've obviously got your aircon, which isn't dual zone, it is just one climate. And here on the steering wheel you've got the daddy, you have got flappy paddles for optimum driving. So if you were to drive this, you knock it down into drive, click that again, that will change your dash on there into S1, which is sport, and then you are good to go and you're in the optimum mode. So guys, you join me now in the 2019 VW Polo GTI Plus. Now let me start off by saying this car is absolutely wicked. Not only is it cool, not only is it quirky, and not only has it got a really nice cool red and black design, it drives beautifully. There's a really nice digital display in the front. Obviously you don't have satellite navigation in this, so you haven't got virtual cockpit, but we've got the Jaccara interior. We've got a 3-spoke flat bottom multifunction steering wheel, and it feels, if I'm honest, a bit like a Golf R. It's a really smart, really modernised, just nice place to be. For a Polo, it's surprisingly spacious. Normally in a Polo, you're a little bit cramped, a little bit closer to the wheel. Nah, not in this. Everything is at arm's reach. Everything is comfortable. I mean, I'm a good 5'10", maybe. Not Tinder height, proper height. And I mean, I'm in this, I'm relaxed. There's still more than enough leg room in the back. And it's just cool. It's got really nice digital display. You can obviously change your options through here. Assist systems, audio, telephone, vehicle status, lap timer and driving data. And on the driving data you can change between your range, your consumers, your consumption, your speed, your oil temperature, your current trip, an overview. I mean, there's thousands of options in there, enough to keep you busy. You've got a nice digital display also for your petrol gauge and your water temperature, which the fuel gauge on this, let me tell you, when it's low, it's on red. This one at the minute is on red just because we need to top it up. So guess where I'm going. DSG paddles, you can flip into them at any time, and obviously that just gives you an uprated response in the corners, surprisingly well, and it sounds really nice. Drives effortlessly. I mean, that's a solid car, that, don't get me wrong. It's only a Polo, but nearly 200 brake horsepower. It's more than enough in this. Polos back in the day, just like that one ironically, used to be only around 130, 150 brake, but that extra 50 now, nah, that's special. That makes this thing feel a little bit like a pocket rocket. And the noise, yep, might be synthesised, might come through the sound control system, but again, I'm not moaning. So on this now, you've also got your DSG box. If you do want to flick it into sport, knock it down again, you'll see on here there's an S, knock it down into that, and on your left hand instrument cluster display, that will then show you the S2. That will give you a higher rev ratio, longer response in between, uprated throttle response, and it just gives it a better sound in general. Car itself, very smooth, very nice to drive. There is no delay or no chugs in between gears. A few previous generations of the Golf R, the Golf GTI, and of course the Polo GTI, when you change gears and you're a little bit eager with it in sport mode, it can judder and jolt, but that isn't this. This is just effortless driving. But make no mistake, if you don't want it sporty, you can change it out of there. You've got driving mode button just here. So at the minute we're in sport, we'll change that into eco, and you can tell your engine noise dies down. It's more economical, you get very low ratio of fuel being used, and it's just a nice cruiser that you could use every day in the towns, in the cities, to be honest, up and down the motorway. But it's still comfortable, but you know, if you want to, you still got that surge of power if it's needed. Again, I really like Polos. I think they're just big enough to be practical. Anything smaller than this, you only really want to use it as a city car. It wouldn't be practical on every day. But what else has a Polo got? Well, it's got a really nice inbuilt touchscreen display there, very similar to the Discover Media system on the Mark 7.5 Golf R. We've also got air conditioning. It isn't dual zone, it's just standard. We've got cruise control, volume control, voice control. We've also got the menu button on here, and we've also got your instrument cluster display just here, which is controlled again on the right hand side of the wheel. Just to note, on the voice control, we have it, but it's not active. You would have to speak to your main dealer in order to get an activation key to set that up. So down here, you've got auto stop start, you've got traction control off. Now don't get it twisted, this thing isn't going to be doing donuts and this isn't going to be drifting. It'll be a lot of fun, but it's not going to be doing anything of that nature. You've also got driving mode. So what have we got? Eco, normal, sport and individual. If you go into individual, you can change the settings on it, which are the steering, the drive, the air conditioning, the adaptive cruise control, the engine sound, and of course the sport suspension. Now all of these are big factors in what you would be able to do if you were similar to a race setup. If you were looking to, I don't know, take it down the strip or surprise a few guys at the local Halfords meet, wagwan bro. But in order for your normal drive, sport is more than enough just to keep anybody happy. It's got enough go, it's got enough poke, and it's just a really nice place to be. The seats, obviously on the seats you've got your Jakara tartan, but they are sports bolstered here. They're not too tight like alternate models like the Focus. It's just nice and snug enough to keep you in place. And if you're driving a bit like this, as you can see, there's no body roll from me, no body roll from the car. So it's just a comfortable seating position. But now, in terms of the Polo, put it in sport, and that is definitely the essence of a GTI. Now there is no lag in that, there is no delay, that is power as soon as you put your foot on that right pedal. And it's really nice. Again, it's not uncomfortable, it's not throwing you around, it's just a nice car. For the price it is, you get a hell of a lot of value for money, and me personally, I'm all about that. But also consider you've got DAB radio. Now a lot of the cars of a similar budget don't have the style, the technology, the driving experience, or the comfort levels and driver convenience features that the Polo offers. I mean, you know, yes, it's 2019, so it is modern, but it really isn't lacking anything. I mean, if you go onto the menu, you've got App Connect, you've got Android Auto, MirrorLink and Apple CarPlay. I mean, really, this thing is designed for road trips. If you're after something that doesn't cost you the earth and isn't as non-maintenance friendly, shall we say, as servicing your Golf R or Golf GTI every 6 months, routine maintenance that you can do yourself at home, checking the obvious things, and you know, having a service every 12 months, it's cost effective, it's economical, and more importantly, it's a whole lot of fun. And that is why you would buy a Polo GTI. I'm now off to the fuel station. Thank you very much.